What the fucking shit is up, gamers? That square was red for a second. Let's go. You absolutely love to see it. Yeah, today we are going to be editing the Fortnite video because I'm a psychopath. And I guess I'm not a psychopath. In fact, I'd much rather be that and be like productive and doing all sorts of stuff all day, every day, just working on the 5,000 things that I would like to work on. Um, but here I am not doing that because I'm very unproductive. It's been like a month and how far am I into this? 23 minutes. That's not the greatest. So we're gonna listen to Joe the Crux Deluxe, dude. This album is absolutely insane. Let me go to the actual album because YouTube Music is kind of interesting sometimes, and we'll play the videos of everything um instead of not doing that. But like you can see it better here because the original album, it was called The Crux. It starts here at song 13. Lonesome is a state of mind, all the way through Crux. Um, but then Joe put out the deluxe album, and he stacked a whole new album on top of the old album. Like, what the actual hell? 12 new songs, all so insanely good. Look at these. This one's 5 minutes long. This is like one of my favorite ones. Um, and it'll always and forever remind me of Iron Lung, even though it's not very Iron Lung-esque, because I drove there and it was cool and it was awesome. Dude, let's freaking go. What is up, Crone? Welcome to the stream. That's pretty crazy. That was pretty quick. Been streaming for 2 whole minutes here. Um, yeah. And then I'm sorry, I am in fact going to click play on this album and then send you into the void because hey, let's go. Starry Peaches as well. Just working on commissions. Sick nasty, bro. We can work somewhat alongside each other. That's like the whole point of my streams sometimes because I'm doing video editing, very obnoxious, very annoying, and tedious. I'm existing in Call with Owl. Very cool and awesome. Makes it so much easier for you guys to make fun of me if I say anything stupid. I'm just gonna click play on this so there's stuff happening, and it's probably way too loud. Also worked on an animation? Let's freaking go. No, that's not what we sang. Yeah, I know. But I don't know. Something? Yeah, it turned out so cool. Let's go. I need to get into animation. Um I need to not show this video probably. Um you can peek at it in the Discord. Let's go. I will in fact do that in a second, but what the hell am I saying? I need to get into animation because I need to like make a video game with hand-drawn stuff. I was talking about this last stream because I made that stupid little jam game that was like 2 static drawings that I made, and technically like a couple like ancillary things. And then me being the idiot that I am, I'm like, what if every single thing I try to make is the most ambitious thing that I could ever think of? And so I was like, second video game ever. Let's make it also 3D and let's give it a bunch of lore and gameplay mechanics and enemy types. And it also has to be hand drawn, so that's cool. There's some cool videos online that show you how. Yeah. I mean, something I say a lot is that I'm a jack of all trades that doesn't actually know any trades because I'm glad I actually started working on animation again. Let's go. Bro, that's rad. something else, or me talking about the stupid video game idea? It's like 10,000 times more ambitious than it should be. Um, what am I doing? You? I'm just rad in general. Um, this is kind of rad. I'm looking at this. Editing takes so much time. It's really annoying. But but yeah. What am I? Oh, I'm a jack of all trades that doesn't actually know any trades because I'm pretty much interested in like every single thing that has ever existed. And I like creating just like in general. Editing is rad. I really need to learn how to edit. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun sometimes. Most of the time it's annoying and tedious, but then you make a funny little edit and you're like, "Wowie, look at that. I did an edit. Look at me." And so like by the time this is done, I was gonna say it's gonna be like fulfilling and cool, but this video in particular is kind of annoying and lame. But the next one that I already recorded a couple weeks ago for some reason is is gonna be cool and awesome. My ADHD doesn't let me do shit. Damn. Hell yeah. My potential ADHD, but I probably don't have ADHD. Um, yeah, I learned that editing, it is super tedious and annoying and it sucks. And most of the time I don't want to do it. And so I just do it anyway. And then whenever I get bored, I have to just edit random bullshit into it because I want to learn, but I'm impatient. Yeah. I'm honestly I'm the exact same way, and that's why my videos are so like cursed and weird. Like the white knuckle video that apparently both of you watched, I think. Um, it's got so many like random edits and bullshit just like thrown in. And that's kind of just the product of me definitely not having ADHD and being like, this is getting boring. Let me just chuck something in here. You know? Like I probably got a bunch of stuff in here. Look at this, I got a metal pipe falling. I was gonna drag that in and play it, and then I'm like, there's a bunch of other stuff here that I'm don't really want to mess with, but what am I saying? Um, I was gonna hit stop streaming for some reason. I don't know why. I'm supposed to be over here hitting this. Yeah, I'm gonna send you guys into the void, unfortunately, just so I can work out this weird. There's like audio editing stuff I have to do here, and I don't like having a fourth um little audio track here, but so I just have to figure all this out so I can delete this, and then we'll come back to display capture and do stuff. Yeah, I tried at one point, but then mid-edit I was like, I hate this and closed it. No, explodes? Yeah. And that's something I do a lot. There's literally an explosion here. Look at that. Um, but yeah, sorry, broski, you're just going to be exploded in the void. Um, but you still got music and shit. Love Can't Break the Spell by Joe. Epic banger. Um, shit's normal, I think. Yeah, this should be working. Unless? No, it's working. Okay. Um, yeah, sorry gamers for sending you into the void, but this is just what has to happen, sort of. Um, Jesus Christ. This is so loud and annoying. Happy New Year. For real, for real. Oh yeah, the back. the background being black, and there's just Happy New Year. We chilling, we vibing. Sick nasty, bro. Enjoy the void, I guess. Cause I'm doing like cringy voice acting stuff here, and so I can't just show you guys the raw audio files, you know? You can't just raw dog my horrible voice acting. That's not good at all. There's got to be EQing and I don't know, pitch shifting. I don't really pitch shift it that much usually. And like audio effects and shit. Otherwise, it's just cringe and weird. Because I'm not good at voice acting. Is this just. Did I do all the levels in this video entirely wrong? Because it seems really loud for some reason. Never mind, it's just normal. It's just that all the sound effects I've added aren't the right volume. It's for the hard of hearing peeps. Yep. As I play literally a scream sound effect that's kind of loud and annoying. Yo, this is the one. This is like my favorite song. At least on um the extended album. Otherwise it would probably be Potion, maybe on the normal one. But we're not gonna encounter that for another like 30 minutes or something. I don't know. This album, the extended version is like an hour long. It's kind of insane. Which is good because we're gonna be here forever. Or I'm gonna be here forever. I guess you guys can like go to sleep and do other stuff. You know, you're not obligated to be here, of course, because I don't know how good for anyone's psyche and their mental health and whatnot listening to me is for an extended period of time. We'll keep the views up. Let's go. Even though I must work. Yeah. I'll have to sleep eventually, but having you in background fun. Cool. Also, I'm high. Dude, let's freaking go. I promise I won't do anything weird. I won't say nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. But also no promises. I guess never mind. I was gonna say I guess when we get to the editing, it might be kind of weird. I can show you guys this insane visual that I made. Hang on. Hang on. What am I doing? Um, Welcome back out of the void, gamers. Hello? Yeah, everything's normal. No one's freaking out right now. What am I doing? Oh, this is because this video, and this isn't helpful for my ADHD that I definitely don't have, um, and editing being tedious and not fun, but it's this, unfortunately, it's a Fortnite video because I've been playing Fortnite an unfortunate amount. But you know what? I actually don't even feel that bad about it anymore because I've been listening to so much new music because um because I don't take Fortnite seriously at all. I like don't it's like a stupid game, objectively speaking. And so it's almost I play that in the background and then I just listen to music. And I got to listen to this legendary album because the extended version is like how long is it? I think it says usually. Look, it's an hour 29 minutes. That's insane. That's like 30 minutes less than Iron Lung, the greatest movie of all time. Um so yeah, I played Fortnite for an hour 29 minutes one day apparently. Um so yeah, Fortnite video and also because look at me being a YouTuber. This is a legendary title and thumbnail because Well, I guess because up here Fortnite is CS:GO now. It's probably not going to be that verbatim, but um, YouTuber thumbnail and that title basically. And truly, there's this super weird game mode in Fortnite where it's just CS:GO, and then we do um weird what am I saying? I don't know. I got bored and I was like, let's do a random cut thing to the void, and then and it's gonna be kind of horror-esque apparently. And so I did this. I this is from before over here kind of where this person is like dying, and in Fortnite they like become blue and turn into cubes or whatever, like in Tron, I guess. Um, so I did that. Tons of weird compositing or whatever. These things. What are these called? Blend modes, right? Wait, I think so. Blend modes, layered things. So yeah, you do that. You throw a bunch of effects on it. Glow. This shit's crazy. And I've got the free version of DaVinci Resolve, so I don't have a ton of like super cool lighting and things, but glow is insane. And light rays. That's kind of the only two things I use. So that's all you need. And JPEG damage. That shit's crazy. See, I did that. Lots of weird color correction. Color correction in DaVinci Resolve's insane. Look at this, dude. Why is this here? I don't know. Um, yeah, but look at all these things. Can mess with the shadows, completely ruin the little visual I made. And I guess I blurred it out a little bit. Does this look better? Maybe, probably not. Um, I don't know. Is this interesting? Maybe. And then voice acting and stuff. Some big fat juicy lore. Been trying to do more lore stuff. Sorry, gamer, sending you back into the void. But yeah, I've been trying to do more lore stuff, even if it's like not this big, massive, cool thing. Even though I was in like October or something crazy like that. I was like, oh, I've written this thing. I'm gonna make a standalone cool lore thing. Hey yo, is that I don't even know what that is. Is that a spinning snowman? It's just spinning so insanely fast. It's not a snowman. It's a I was gonna say human. Technically not visually. I just mean it's a live streamer, if you will. The spinning VTuber. Yeah. I don't Sometimes I think I have vocabulary and no words, and then I'm like, human, person, individual. What's the thing I'm trying to say here? Who even knows? And English is the one and only language I know, just to let everyone know that, which is a bit embarrassing considering the way that I speak it. Anthro? I don't know what this means. Anthro is in like, hang on. Bro, what is happening? Can I, like an anthropomorphic being or something else? I'm really paranoid that my cringy um voice acting is coming through, but it's not. It shouldn't be anyway. So unless I broke OBS, which is honestly very likely, then I'm alone here listening to this. Anthro is a humanoid furry type that looks more human for the most part. Yes. So kinda, yeah, an anthropomorphic being, you know? Yeah. Shit. Fuck, I clicked something wrong. I'm breaking everything. No, it's fine. Usually I'll do like several takes of something if I thought the first one sucked, or if I'm like, oh, I don't know, that seems like something that people do, right? And then most of the time I end up being like, why did I even do a second take? The first one was kind of legendary. And sometimes it's all right. And sometimes I end up splicing the audio together like a madman. That's that's a legendary thing you can do while editing. You can make yourself seem cool and awesome. Like, if someone were to watch all my YouTube videos and not the stream, they might think I was a little bit more articulate than I am. And they would think I don't have ADHD. Maybe that's not true. Maybe they would see all the weird, random, cursed editing that happens, and they're like, this person has ADHD. Or low key, that's kind of just a baseline for people that are on the internet. I think most people who try to do stuff on the internet kind of they just like are neurodivergent, probably. Yeah, probably. And sometimes both of these takes are the exact same thing. And so I'm like, hang on, let me lock in for a second and listen to this cringy voice acting. The second one's a little bit better slightly in the beginning. This is literally the same thing. Usually I do the first thing and then I'm like, oh, let me try to say this specific word differently or have a slightly different um intonation. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And sometimes apparently I just do the same thing again. So that's interesting. Jesus Christ. I did not turn any of these down because I was just talking directly into the microphone when I recorded all these, apparently. I was consuming liquids. Shout out doing that. Staying hydrated. That's cool. That's fun. Drinking a nice, crisp Dr. Pepper. Shout out Dr. Pepper. I don't know why I said that, but um, that is what I'm drinking, I guess. Yes, I love tea. Let's go. I need to like obtain more tea because soda boy, heck yeah. I live in America, so I drink soda and energy drinks, and sometimes I drink water. Um, I need to consume more tea because I remember a few years ago, someone bought me like a tea kettle for Christmas, and that shit was insane. And they bought me a bunch of tea as well. But I wasn't like being productive and cool. I'm also American, but to be honest, I drink tea and zero sugar soda. Let's go. Shout out zero sugar soda. I probably should do that because, like, I don't know, sugar's bad for you and it's like a drug or whatever, all that bad stuff that people say. But I don't know. That's just what I do. Lots of tea in the grocery store. Yeah. I do need to purchase some more because I didn't drink enough of the tea that I had, and then I'm pretty sure it all like expired, and so I threw it away. So I need to go obtain some more because I do in fact still have the kettle, and it's very nice. And so I should use it, you know? And also I enjoy the taste of tea most of the time. And not just super sugary bad for you teas, like regular old default tea and stuff. Um, Warm tea is good, but recently I realized I can cold brew all the tea I have, and boy, is it good. Okay. That would be kind of sick. I remember it takes me eons to drink anything at all, or to consume anything, I guess. Um, if I ever go out to eat with any other individuals, then um, I'm usually the last person to finish eating because it takes so long. And then usually I have like a full drink next to my meal at the end because I forget that it exists usually. Um, yeah, I was drinking the tea hot, and then it would take me so long that it was ended up being kind of cold, but it still tasted good, and it was kind of nice cold as well. So yeah, cold brew tea could be kind of legendary. Damn. I wish I wasn't so cringe because it entirely goes against the way this character is supposed to be. Yeah, and cold brew makes tea that's less bitter. Hey yo, that's crazy. How does how does that science work? Um, I guess I don't know, it probably is doing something where it's not like just attacking shit with super hot water and steeping it weird and it like interacts with the leaves and whatnot differently. I don't know. I don't know anything about science. Okay, looks like both of these takes are equally as cringe, which means I can just pick whichever one I want. That's cool. Because it's not opening up the tea and burning it super fast. Heck yeah, let's go. Oh, I thought Joe just started speaking Japanese for a second. I was like, what is happening? I think it just sounded kind of weird what he was saying. Okay, let's go. Literally, these being equally as cringe is kind of really convenient for me. Um, what am I doing? Picking stuff and things. Wait, okay. This is crazy. I didn't realize what was going on here. I mean, I'm pretty confident with one of these characters at least because um, one of them is supposed to be distinct and cool and awesome, and that one kind of isn't because I'm cringe and I can't commit to the bit and I live with other people, and so I'm like, I don't want to be screaming and laughing maniacally and doing stuff. Because what if someone hears me and judges me? They probably wouldn't, and they probably wouldn't even hear me. Sound doesn't travel that far, and I've kind of known that for a long time, but I'm just like, I never actually remember that when I'm supposed to be remembering it. Okay, I gotta go to bed and have a good night, my dude. Let's go. Sweet dreams, gamer. Um, don't have spooky, scary high nightmares. I don't know, is that a thing? I don't think I've ever gotten high before, right? No. I think I would remember that. I don't know why I'm sitting here like contemplating it. It's once again 12 p.m., so I gotta dip too, but I will have you on in the background like last night. Heck yeah, let's freaking go. Yeah, get to bed, gamers. It's currently 3:01 a.m. for me, so I'm gonna be streaming probably for a lot longer because I'm an idiot. But yeah, sprint the hell out of here. You don't gotta listen to me anymore. Um, I guess if it's in the background, as long as it's not muted, I guess maybe you do slightly. But yeah, good luck everyone with your lives and your stuff and things. And farewell. And take care of yourselves, gamers, right? Look at me remembering stuff and things. This should be my bedtime podcast. Heck yeah. That's crazy. I can like infect your mind with ideas, your subconscious. That's a thing, right? Because like when you're sleeping, if you're listening to certain stuff, like I don't remember if this was like a study or if I just heard someone say this. I mean, knowing me, it was probably just a random Instagram reel or something, and I've taken that as fact. Yes, the sock is in my brain. Heck yeah. But okay, good night. Heck yeah. Good night, gamer. I will be here in the void, editing all these cringy voice lines that I've made here. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze, maybe? Never mind, it went away. But yeah, take care of yourselves, gamers. Rest well. Love me a little bedtime podcast. And then usually when I try to listen to a bedtime podcast, I don't remember a single second of it until the next day I'm like trying to rewatch it. And I'll be like, wait, no, I kind of do remember this. It like was in my subconscious. It's kind of crazy. And so, I was saying I watched that Instagram reel probably, and it was um that like is a thing. You're like subconscious or you sleeping, you're sort of absorbing the information and stuff and things. So, um, I could be infecting Crohn's brain here with evil stuff. I don't know. Um, I can't really think of anything evil, so maybe later. I'm a pretty evil person usually, but currently I'm just not feeling it, I guess. Um, but yes. What the hell was I talking about? I was talking about lore and characters. Um, one of these characters is really like out there and eclectic and strange, even more so than me. Like that's kind of crazy. Would have guessed. And so that one I'm not very good at doing. Like I don't know the character in depth enough. That's not true. I mean, kinda, but I'm learning about them more and more, which is crazy because these are the two characters I was like, I know these ones. These are the ones that I know, and I realized recently, I'm like, oh, the one that I don't know is quote unquote my character because I was like, oh, it's me. There's me and there's these two other guys. Um, and then I was like, shit, maybe it isn't me, or maybe how do I implement me into the story in a way that makes sense? And so Loki, it's not even me anymore. It's Juncture, I guess, which I guess is me. If we're talking about like the fact that I'm live streaming currently as Juncture, I don't know. Is this about to get super insanely philosophical? I guess this is how we're infecting Crohn's dreams and things. Because with philosophy, because I'm sitting here like, is it even me, gamers, who's here now? As in, is it quote unquote Juncture or is it the I don't know, the real name that I do have you know? John, I guess. Is it Juncture or is it John? My name isn't John, but you get what I mean. And also something weird that can happen with dreams is like you can fully be like kind of hearing stuff and processing things and also dreaming at the same time because this is so weird. But the other week I was listening to the Broski Report. Shout out Brittany Broski. She's like one of the funniest people alive. Um, I was listening to the Broski Report early in the morning. That's when I go to sleep. Except it might be one of those times where I like kind of woke up a little bit and then I'm like, okay, time to wake up, time to get the day started. I'm going to be super productive and awesome. I roll over, put on a podcast, and then fall back asleep because I'm an idiot. Um, yeah, I did that with the Broski Report, I think. And then, except I was fully listening to the Broski Report like in my dream, sort of. And I almost thought I was watching a Brittany Broski video because I was dreaming. My dreams are so weird. And most of the time it's not like I'm experiencing something. Sometimes it's like a movie, like literally sometimes I am like me and I'm watching a movie or playing a video game or something. Um, and I don't know, it's weird. And sometimes it switches between a bunch of different things. Like, if you know anything about writing/reading, shout out those people. Um, it switches between like third person and second person and first person all the time. And um, my brain was like plugged into this Brittany Broski video that doesn't exist. And except my brain is also kind of operating like it is something that I'm watching, except it just is like the thing that's happening. It's like it is I'm plugged into the video, it's in my brain, and that's just what my brain is perceiving. So Brittany Broski is like on the side of the road, like a news reporter yapping into a microphone that she's holding. And except it was just the Broski report. I was listening to literally what she was saying in this podcast, but my brain was experiencing it through this dream of her in a YouTube video standing on the side of the road. And it kept like switching. She was like moving around. It was almost like a tour diary, I guess. I've kind of been watching those recently, sort of, right? Like who's been doing tour diaries? I don't know. I don't remember. But people have been going on tour and they've been recording it and uploading it to YouTube. And so it was like that. And that's kind of that's the idea that I got. She was like in some city and they were like on the street, almost like Man on the Street, because they were also walking and like going, it was cutting to different locations. And one time, because obviously my brain isn't going to be cut like the Broski report. One time there was like a quote unquote cut in this fake YouTube video, but it was the same sentence that she was saying in the actual Broski report. And I was like, oh, how did they do that? Because I'm always wondering how they do shit. And so I was like, oh, how did like Inside Out, how did they make this dream that I'm watching right now? Um, and so I was like, how did they do that? Because the audio, she's saying the same sentence, but they cut there. And she's on a different side of the street now. Somewhere else. New cars are passing by. This is so weird. Why am I talking about this? Did I fully just move the wrong voice line? I was supposed to delete one of them because I picked that one and it was a different take. Oh. No, I moved the next voice line over. I hate myself. Because it's like a conversation and I accidentally I skipped the voice line. right? Yeah. Because it's weird, nothing makes sense, and so this guy is just saying, you don't understand what's going on, basically. And it literally doesn't make sense because there certainly are big moments in the lore and stuff that actually happens, and there's like a timeline and like cool stuff or whatever. But here, I'm just pulling shit out of my ass, dude. Um, I'm like, just say vague shit, and it makes sense. I guess the way they're saying it, and there's a couple lines that are sort of referencing some stuff, but um, but yeah, this is kind of just generic stuff in the style that the rest of the lore is, I guess. That style being, I'm 14 and this is deep, probably. Wait, what the hell is happening? How the hell were these organized this way? No, this makes sense. I think for the most part, I know I was just saying most of the time I'm like, why did I even do a second take? But this time I kind of am preferring the second take here. I think honestly, I wasn't even locked in the slightest. I wasn't really paying attention. And so I was kind of just saying, I was just like reading a Google Doc basically. But then I was like, I'm pretty sure this sucked. Let me do a second take where I'm paying attention and I'm sort of in the voice now. Let me let me do it. I'm immersed, gamers. And so I did it and it ended up being cooler than the first one. Except I believe some of these are a little bit cool. The first ones, the first takes. I'm just gonna I was organizing these slightly weirdly. I'm just gonna do it like a normal person because I think that will probably make sense. And this needs to be not here. That one is supposed to be there. Okay. This is getting confusing because of the way I've organized these. Is there an easy way to do this? Probably not because it's janky and weird. And it's just a bunch of audio files that I've cut together from two different takes, which is four takes overall. So it gets a little messy for a second, you know? We're just gonna make progress at it, sort of sculpt towards having a regular sounding conversation between two people that are both me. I mean, like not technically, according to the lore and whatnot, but I'm playing both of them. As in John, not Juncture. My name is in John again. Was I even talking about something earlier? Or did I say all the things I wanted to say? Because one of these characters, I'm like, yo, these voice lines are so good and cool. And I actually have this down, and granted, it is just, well, I was gonna say it is just me, but a deeper voice slightly. And that is kind of true. And also, by the way, this song is so good. Awake? It's basically just Joe's version of, um, I don't remember, but that one song that's in the Batman with Robert Pattinson, that movie is so freaking good. And a lot of people don't like it. And I know there's some people who I'm fairly closely related to who really dislike that movie. And I'm like, bro, what? What do you mean? But basically, this is the song from that, but Joe singing it. I mean, not actually, it's a different song that he like wrote and recorded or whatever. But it's pretty much the same exact vibe. He's even singing very similar. It's like very similar tempo and probably like chords or something because it sounds the same, but I don't know anything about music, so it could be completely different chords and keys and whatnot. And then it does the same thing where it's like pretty chill and then it kind of blows up near the middle or the end. But it also just is really cool in a lot of unique ways that are different from that other song. But that Batman movie, I don't know too much about Batman, but as a little small child, I absolutely loved Batman, and I kind of still love Batman. And not in all the same ways, I guess. I'm not like a simp for Batman or whatever. But semi recently, I did find this really old pencil, not pencil book. What is it called? But I don't. It's like a metal tin thing for pencils and other shit that I found, and it's Batman, and I freaking love that thing. And it's just Batman, like comic book. He's punching Joker, and it says "Pow." I think he's kicking him. Actually, I don't know. Um, yeah, I loved Batman, and that was there. And how could you not like Robert Pattinson's Batman movie? Because it's literally the intro to the movie. Not the part where Riddler's like it's like first person and he like hits that guy, but the part after that, the like monologue thing where Batman's talking about the way that people fear him and the signal is like people just think he's there and there's that shot with the fucking spray paint can rolling into the darkness and that guy runs away. And this shit just blew up, dude. Let's go. No one's here except Crone's subconscious mind. Um, this song is so good, but that movie and then the whole monologue thing that's happening in the rain, just the vibes of that. And then it goes to that gang of dudes. And then Batman appears as like footsteps in the darkness and they're real loud. He's got his cool boots. And it feels so Batman in a way that a lot of previous Batman movies didn't feel like Batman. At least everything I loved about Batman. And then he beats the fuck out of that guy. Like this is our first impression of this Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman. And he's like hitting him super fast and super hard, big fat juicy sound design. And it's just so fucking cool. Literally, I love that movie so much. And they're making a second one. It's gonna be awesome. And I did watch this YouTube video essay one time talking about how Clayface would be the perfect villain. And they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do any of the like weird fantastical villains, which is depressing. Even though they should do Condiment King. They should. Um I remember as a joke, I started liking Condiment King because he's funny and stupid. Um, and I first found out about him from one of the Lego games, and then I came up with this kind of hilarious, like gritty concept for a Condiment King movie or just like short film or something. Just like a couple like shots and like a concept, I could make a fun little fake trailer if I wanted. Um, for Condiment King, basically just Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, but Condiment King. And Loki, I like actually like Condiment King now because I'm a narcissist and I'm like, wow, me, that's a really good idea. That's cool. Condiment King is also cool now and awesome. Even though he looks stupid and he fights with ketchup and mustard. Um, but has he ever been anything other than joke? I need to look into this if there's like Condiment King comics where um they like take him seriously and whatnot. Because that happens a lot in comics, I think, where they take a lesser known villain or one that's kind of just been in the background and they give him this really cool big story. Like I was gonna say Hush with Riddler, but Riddler's like a regular Batman villain. Um, like he's a pretty prominent guy, but they just took that and they did something really different with it. Um, but they got to do that with Condiment King if they haven't already, because it would be sick as hell. And they should hire me, someone who doesn't know a single thing about um about anything, honestly. But I am in fact a jack of all trades that doesn't know any trades, you know? Because there's many things. Like I'm looking over to my right here where there's a guitar that I kind of know how to play. I took a guitar class in high school before I dropped out. And then recently I kind of was like, I'm going to get back into guitar. And I started practicing again. And then um, and then I was like, there's actually, I want to prioritize other stuff like doing YouTube properly, doing Twitch streaming consistently. And I want to do all this stuff first. Oh, wait, shit. It's been like 30 minutes or something because this is the original album, bro. This was the first song. Heck yeah, dude. And Basic being basic. I love all these songs. Granted, I probably love all of these newer, um, what's it called? Deluxe album songs. But I've just been listening to these ones for so much longer. And the deluxe album came out a while ago. I just haven't listened to it until, well, recently because Iron Lung. And that just came out. And I watched it, probably like several days ago at this point. Not even, it wasn't even like a week ago. It was like 4 or 5 days ago. So that's depressing, but I literally want to watch it again, dude. I don't know if I'm going to because movie tickets and I have to drive all the way there, but I can't wait for it to come out in digital. I'm gonna watch it like 17 times. Maybe I'll make a stupid little drawing about it because I made this joke on Instagram and the different text apps where I was like, oh, his body actually couldn't take it because there's that joke where Markiplier's like, I'm not a masochist. I just want to see if my body can take it or can handle it or whatever. And so in Iron Lung, his body could not handle it actually. And so I made that joke and I was like, that's funny. However, what if it was actually like a stupid little drawing similar to the Ash Nico one I did? Um, and who knows, maybe even top text, bottom text type shit. I just realized all these voice lines need to be moved up a lot more. So that's annoying because there's not enough space here, you know? I'm trying to arrange all these voice lines in a way that isn't cringe and bad. Oops, fuck. Clicking on shit I'm not supposed to. Sometimes having a trackpad is really convenient and nice, and sometimes it's annoying and not good because you accidentally double click and start dragging shit around instead of just clicking once and moving. I don't think anyone cares here. And I was supposed to, it's almost been an hour? That's absurd. I'm supposed to be here. Well, I was supposed to chuck everyone into the void and then come back after doing this audio stuff so I could edit the rest of this video. But then I've just been here, not doing that. Let's freaking go. Um, yes, this voice line needs to be all the way over here. I'm doing it, gamers, low key. Because I've picked all of the voice lines, I think. All the ones that I want to put in the thing. Now I just gotta arrange them around, and actually I'm not even that close to being done, but I'll probably do all this stuff later so that everyone can have something to look at and potentially listen to, especially VOD watchers, because I can't hear shit right now. I'm like clicking on shit. Wait, what is happening? Oh, I forget this is how this works. Oops. Voice lines just layered up, real scary. Oh, I love this song. Joe's one of those people that and I'm not going to do this. I'm gonna mention something that I can do, but I'm not going to do because it's cringe and not good. But Joe's actually one of those people that I feel like I can sing along to because my voice like sounds good and nice sometimes. Probably not, but like it's sounds more accurate. And I guess that is probably because like 90% of the artists I listen to are women and or feminine voice having people, you know? Um and so yeah, I can't exactly like replicate that. But even just there's some man singers and artists that um I don't know. I guess just Joe feels more comfortable to sing just with my singing voice that is in fact non-existent. If I did start singing on stream, it would sound like I'm tone deaf and it would wake up Crone if they're sleeping by now. So that's how horrible it would be. And then I don't know, bad things would ensue, I guess. Shit, dude. Now I gotta do like I don't know why I thought this would be a quick little thing that I could do. I guess because I was like, oh, I'll arrange the stuff and things and then do the rest later. Um, which I guess I'm gonna do that. So I don't know why I'm complaining here, but what the actual hell was I just saying? It was several seconds ago. Oh yeah, because another aspect is you don't just let me enunciate for a second. You don't just have to arrange all of your little voice clips together, but you also have to time them out properly so it like sounds like a conversation. It sounds like two different characters who are talking to each other. And the way I did the voices, it's kind of difficult to tell which character is which, or maybe not. Actually, kind of not, especially after a little um effect or two. And I know there's going to be a little bit of EQing on one of the voices because one of the characters is me, or I guess just my voice, but it's a little bit deeper, a little bit more like chest voicey, and the rest of the character, at least like linguistically, is sort of the way that like this character speaks and like the words that they choose to use, you know? And timing and things because that's kind of crazy, you know? Like making these characters this is something I didn't think about because I haven't done enough like fleshing out of the characters and actually using them in projects and doing stuff with them. It's mostly just me conceptualizing stuff and writing things and stuff like that. So I think I know the characters, but then you give them an actual real voice that I have to do out loud and it's kind of annoying and it um that's like 10,000 more layers of shit that I have to think about because each little pause, the way that they all enunciate differently and say words differently. That sounds in depth. They're not gonna like say words very differently and stuff, but like the emphasis they put on words and stuff. Which I guess maybe I kind of had an idea that that would be a problem because recently I've been thinking like, oh, I should like write out a script and then record me as all the characters doing that same script, but like their version of it. Because that would be cool. That would be very helpful. to understand them. I feel like this is kind of crazy, isn't it? Like a few months ago, me would not be okay with saying this much about the lore, even though I'm not actually saying anything. I'm being super vague, which is something I understand now. But I used to be, I used to be like, what the hell? I'm just not gonna say a single thing at all. Also, I just realized this is like my favorite song on this album, and I wasn't even paying attention or listening to it that well. I mean, I kind of was. It's a banger, and also there's a hilarious joke of this, um, using this song, and it's probably too quiet, and it's a little bit buried in the actual joke, but in my Rob Scallon fretless video, I was like, Rob Scallon made the greatest game of all time or something. I don't remember what it's called, but it's got Rob as a scallion on the thumbnail and crazy pixel art from the game, and it's like real crunchy. But that video, I said something about a potion seller, and I'm from Utah, and so soda shops and whatnot low key are potion sellers. And then there was a funny little image of Joe photoshopped. He's like holding a big ass Sodalicious cup. Shout out Utahns who know what Sodalicious is. Kind of insane, dude. Absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious drinks there. Because who would have guessed you're like dumping a bunch of sugar into a soda which has sugar in it. So horrible for you, but pretty tasty. Oh shit, is this like properly aligned? Okay, so there's a little bit more arranging I have to do. And I don't know why I'm saying that. You know what I just realized? I could put this back on display capture, but just mute what's happening. Because then you could like see stuff a little bit and have somewhat of an idea. And VOD watchers wouldn't be in the void just with me and my voice here. They would be in DaVinci Resolve, which if you don't know how DaVinci Resolve works, it might as well be a damn void because it's like so overstimulating when you first look at it. It's just like what is even happening? There's rectangles, there's text, weird shit's going on, but you become confused for so long that it almost makes sense. Like I don't even know if I entirely understand it. I just sort of I guess I kind of do, but it feels like you're just confused for so long that it um you stumble into kind of understanding it. I don't know if that's what I was trying to say, but that's the words that came out of my mouth. Fuck. And I just said fuck randomly. So I think one can assume that I'm just messing stuff up left and right. So that's why I said fuck if you're curious. This makes so much more sense than what the hell I was doing before. Or maybe it's just because this is closer to me arranging these clips properly. And I almost feel like the way I'm explaining this really sounds like I am. What did I just do? It makes it sound like I'm making this big fat juicy lore thing. It's like it's a few lines back and forth. I'm just really not good at editing and it takes forever. Like, um, granted, I'm about to reference like probably a professional editor here, but I was watching a legendary freaking Jacksepticeye video. Shout out Jacksepticeye because he needs my shout out. Um, And at the end, near the end, he said something about his birthday coming up. And he was like, oh, it probably passed by now. And then the editor was like, I cranked this out in 5 minutes for the big dog's birthday. Let's go. 5 minutes? Is that what I said? I meant 5 hours. And I was like, bro, what? 5 hours of editing equates to like 6 minutes of a video or something for me. Not actually, but like it doesn't equate to that much of a video. And this Jacksepticeye video was fully probably like 2 hours long or something, because that's kind of the kind of videos he puts out now. Just super, super long, absolute freaking movies going on. It's kind of crazy. Why are these? I don't know what's going on. There's just a ton of voice lines sort of overlapping over here for some reason. I'm gonna just vibe out to Joe for a second because I'm telling this to my YouTuber brain, but it is in fact chill and cool to just not say something for a second. So that's what I'm gonna do here, kinda. Okay. And no one knows what's occurring right now. Part of me is like, does anyone even care? Should I just edit the voice lines and let it be cringe here? You know, as a sort of behind the scenes look. Sorry if you're actually a distant future VOD watcher and you're like begging on your hands and knees right now to get a little BTS look, but I'm not gonna do that, okay? It's probably I'm actually talking about me in the future because I'm gonna see a clip of this or something, and I'm gonna be like, damn, dude, what was going on back there? Because this is the only time when it's happening. You know what? Never fucking mind. I'm gonna switch over to display capture and let everyone hear all the cringe voice lines. Or am I? I am, honestly, because I've been joking about who knows, maybe I'm gonna be rich and famous soon, but it's actually not gonna happen ever. Pause to consume more Dr. Pepper, and then um what am I saying? Oh, hang on. But it's gonna take a long time to become rich and famous. Because I like who would have guessed, I guess. I suppose. Um and so I don't think anyone's actually going to go back and watch this several hour long VOD. So I can just play this shit super well, it's gonna be super quiet actually because that's just sort of what happens. Um so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit to the bit. Okay? Let's switch over to display capture. And then, oh, you know what I just realized? If I click on this, it's going to show character names, which is actually problematic. But I might have already done that. So that's, no, I've definitely already done that. But I'm just going to have to assume that this is going to be buried, which it literally is going to be buried in a unlisted playlist of Twitch VODs because, I mean, I wasn't doing this because I didn't have a phone number at the time, but I was like, oh, let's make a new VOD channel. And I didn't do that. So it's just a playlist. And I have to unlist the videos because I don't want them to like just be there. So who knows? Maybe I'll make a VOD channel because now I have a phone number that I could do stuff with. Hang on, I gotta stand up for a second. I underestimated how long I could sit down because I was like, oh, my feet kind of hurt. I'll just sit down the whole stream. And then I remembered that I'm sitting at like the corner of my bed, and in order to be close enough to my computer to like use it and also be picked up on the mic properly, um, I have to like spread my legs super wide and I'm like straddling my bed. Um, which I can kind of do because I'm pretty flexible now. Sometimes if I remember to stretch and things. But also like my hips and I was gonna say my ass, which I guess is true, is also sore and not okay because I was working out before stream, so I become a bodacious babe because that's the goal, gamers. I need a juicy fat ass. Just because. Oh, are we in? We're in display capture, and I need to remember. Is this super loud or super quiet? I don't remember. We are on shit that I can't see because of the. What is this? This is OBS. Um, Editing background type shit. So this shouldn't be too loud. Almost hit stop streaming again for some reason. So I guess let's go back and oops and hit play and then click on this.
Maybe.
It looks
I
loud, but I
suppose
forget that that doesn't even matter in the slightest. And then what is this voice line here? It's a little bit scary because they're sort of vaguely referring to some big stuff that's in the lore, but I just have to cross my little fingies and hope that by the time people are seeing this VOD, it's going to be the lore is going to be established and stuff's going to be is going to be happening. And then when people see this, they're going to be like, "Oh, this is in reference to this other thing," or they might be like, "What is this in reference to?" And they'll ask me, and I'll be able to explain it in the future. You know,
just
if I even fucking remember.
chat because
So big juicy
yeah, my
sigh,
mic is plugged in for some reason.
We'll have
Chat.
to.
and then I can't hear what the fuck I'm saying. I can just mute this for a second. Hang on.
I suppose we'll have to continue this another time.
Damn, is that cringe? Probably, but that's that character. Is this one better?
I suppose we'll have to continue this another time.
I think the second take for all of these, I was like, which is this one up here, and this one's the first take. That's why he's saying the same thing. I guess maybe you could have intuited that, but um, for the second take, I think just generally, I was like, I need to take my time and like pause for a second because sometimes I'm really just trying to get the voice line out there, and I'm just reading a sentence real quick, but I've learned to, and I kind of implement this in like when I'm writing out the scripts, I'll like put dot dot dot, I'll put commas and things to sort of remind me of the tone that I'm going for and different pauses and whatnot. And if you were curious why it's taking me so long to quote unquote organize all these voice lines, it's because I've been doing this. I've just been stopping and yapping randomly. And consuming Dr. Pepper. Like, let's go. It's actually a Dr. Pepper and cream soda, which is kind of legendary. Um, I freaking love cream soda, and A&W did something to their cream soda. It's actually the nastiest fucking thing I've ever tasted in my entire life now, and I don't know what happened. Maybe something at like one of the factories fucked up or something, or the place I was getting the cream sodas was not good because I think it was like the same gas station that I got like 2 or 3 cream sodas from. So I was like, oh, the last one I had was actually just a something happened to that cream soda and it was not okay. So I'm going to get another one, and it tasted the same. It was equally as disgusting. So what I'm saying here before this tangent, I said, The second one is oh, look at that. It actually isn't even revealing the names here. I guess it kind of, I shouldn't say that, but what if I click on the other one from another character? Um, no, not that one. Not that one either. Where the hell it? Oh, I guess no, it doesn't. It's not revealing the character names. That's insane. I thought it would. I don't know why it's deciding to show off the end of the file name instead of the beginning, but that's cool. I need to re-listen to these because what I was saying is the second one, there's slightly more pauses and normal soundingness. This one's sort of like, what is he even saying here? Hang on. He's saying we'll have to continue. Well, hang on. He was saying we'll have to continue this another time. But the first one, I didn't like implement any sort of like being annoyedness. And there are words to explain that properly, but I decided to say being annoyedness. So he's supposed to be annoyed here. And the first one, I was kind of just saying shit.
I suppose we'll have to continue this another time. I suppose we'll have to continue this another time.
I don't know if I like the second one at all. We could do a third take here live. I'm not doing that, but um, I think let's splice it, dude, because I actually like this first sigh better than the second one. Yeah, because the mic picked up me breathing in a little bit more, and also it just sounds better in general. So let's do this. And then now the timing's going to be weird because I'm going to sigh and then immediately start speaking. Oh, I guess it's not that weird. Um, and then DaVinci sucks a lot of the time, and for some reason I can't move this up to that thing, so I have to hit Shift 4 to go over here to edit. No one cares, but I'm going to do this. And then yeah. That's that last line there. What was just happening? Nothing. I thought, oh, never mind. I was like, I thought I saw one of the character names somewhere, and I guess I revealed one of the characters' names. So looks like I either got to take a long time to get rich and famous, or hurry the hell up with some lore things. Which I guess maybe that makes sense, right? In the grand scheme of things, because I think I'm I'm really almost pushing the lore and a ton of stuff in my sort of career um way forward because I'm like it's gonna take forever to do everything. I'm gonna be doing this shit for like years and years and years. It's gonna take decades. But then I'm like, realistically, if I actually manage to obtain a job soon, then I can obtain a house, which isn't as easy. So, if I get a job, I don't have I think I mentioned this one stream. I was like, I need to not skirt around this topic. I quite literally live in my mother's basement. But I don't need to explain myself. I'm not useless and I'm um other things I don't remember. Um what am I saying? But my mom's like a good person. She's not gonna make me pay rent and do all these other things. And so it won't take I was gonna say it won't take that long. It'll take a year or two to save up to obtain some type of loan or something and then purchase a house. Um and I'm making that sound so much simpler than it is. I need to like obtain a credit score or something because America has that going for it, you know? Credit scores are fun. Um, and then once I have my own space, I can do lore stuff. I can like properly introduce the characters, quit skirting around these like weird horror slash um just random lore little bits and pieces and stuff, you know? it's almost these little bits and pieces almost don't have that much substance to them. They sort of hint at the actual parts of the lore that are full of substance and are cool, but it's something. But this stuff kind of means nothing, and it will get like re-explained later. This is like a teaser, if anything. It's supposed to pique people's interest.
Oh?
Now we're getting to the actual cringe voice lines. What is this
These
one?
kinds of things take time, a great deal of time.
He sounded like the other character for a second. And then this one's not supposed to be here. What is this one? Me laughing, which is cringe. This character's laugh is supposed to be cool and awesome, and it's not
These
currently,
kinds of
and
things
it's
take
oh, this is the same voice line. I guess I didn't pick one properly and then move it over.
These kinds of things take time, a great deal of time.
Is this one good? What does this one sound like?
These kinds of things take time, a great deal of time.
See, this one sounds better, I'm assuming because it's take two. It is, there's a two over there. Because I was like, oh, I need to like voice this properly and have, it's this one,
These
right?
kinds of
Yeah. And there needs to be pauses, shit needs to be normal. Like, let me compare them. Because I noticed it here at the end,
a great deal of
or I guess maybe not even,
these kinds
I
of
don't know,
things take time, a great deal of time.
right? Because then we go over to this one, and it's sounds like a person that's actually real and speaking and whatnot. Because people like pause and they think and they have emotions behind the things they're saying, which kind of isn't what I was doing in the first take here.
These kinds of things take time, a great deal of time.
Maybe. I don't know. But I kind of like the second one better just in general. So let's delete this loser and then come back over yonder. Shit. Yoink. Okay.
These kinds of things.
I'm not going to make you listen to that again. And then
Oh?
not this one. We're doing another. Wait, I'm pretty sure it's two voice lines from that character.
Not to mention, we're still dealing with the new.
There's that, and then he gets interrupted with that voice line we just heard. What is this? Oh, this is okay. We got thing,
Not
right?
to mention.
Yeah, not to mention this thing that's happening. So not laughing, not this thing. We needed to make room, which we didn't do first. Thanks, passed me from seconds ago. Is this gonna fit here? No. That's awesome. Okay, so we gotta keep moving this shit. Why is there just a random gap here? That's not, it like locked on. It shouldn't, there shouldn't be a little gap at all. There we go. Oops. Oh, there's so much room here. What am I even doing? This is not entertaining in the slightest, but it's interesting if you're into editing. Maybe there's a small chance that this could be interesting to you.
A great deal of time. Not to mention, we're still dealing with the.
And I'm gonna fix the timing in between these to make it sound like this character's thinking and doing things and saying stuff and is a real person. But I can do that in my free time because we got to get to the good stuff, which is fixing my horrible editing from in the past and then doing boring editing. So that'll be fun, right?
Oh? I think he's waking up.
This voice line I disliked kind of vehemently, but um that's fine, that's cool. I'm just not good at that character, okay? Is this this is supposed to be at the very end, I think. Right? Or is it man, I don't even remember. Let's actually go away from display capture for a second. And then I'm gonna check something because yoink. I need to check how I originally wrote this down so I remember what's supposed to be happening here. Okay. I don't know if this makes that much sense. No, this makes sense. What is this? Is me laughing? Okay. So this is in fact the very last voice line, which I forgot. And so it's all the way over here for no reason. What is this? Oh, this is a big juicy sigh. There's a little bit of mouth noises and way too much sound happening. Let me pause the music for a second, which I guess is just for me and Crohn's subconscious. What just happened? Would you look at that, Redfin? They're sending me houses that I can't afford because I don't have any money yet. I have money, I just I don't have house buying kind of money, and especially Redfin, I've said this so many times in the past. They really do be just sending me like several $100,000 houses. Like, are you are you going to send me $400,000 with this notification? Because otherwise, I can't afford this house you're suggesting to me. Like, please leave me alone. Suggest me something that a regular person can afford. Um, breathing in ASMR, I guess. Shit, there's too much like background noise happening, which is annoying. Maybe we don't even include the inhale then. And there's even, I guess, hang on. That's like distinct inhale. And then we can cut because I just say nothing and then make a little mouth noise and then exhale. So look at this, gamers. This is what I mean by you can really make yourself seem a lot cooler than you are in the editing process because I'm not good at voice acting, but we're splicing all these voice lines together. I'm gonna EQ this voice and then do other stuff as well, I guess. Um yeah, inhale and then we can probably turn this up a little bit, right? -4. Even though there is background noise that also gets increased, which is annoying. No, that makes sense. That sounds good, right? Is this entertaining? I'm doing an exhale editing stream. You know, sigh editing stream. That's cool, right? Is this me laughing still? Yes. Okay. That's cool. So these are the last two voice lines. That's very convenient for us because that means we can get to the not entertaining part, but the quote unquote entertaining part of the stream. So he's waking up and then exhale. I have to continue this another time. And laughing. And then that's the end. Would you look at that? Shit, we need more room. And my dumbass always puts markers in places. What is this even for? It just says marker 5. I don't know. But I've learned that if there's a ton of markers and other things, if you just hit select all and then move everything, it kind of breaks some stuff sometimes. So what I've learned to do is go to media pool. Look, metal pipe falling. We can use this. If we do smart insert, it breaks everything. So that's fun. Let's move this here. And then smart insert. Because then we got this over here. And then we can listen to metal pipe falling sound effect. Hang on. I'm trying to jump scare everyone for a second. Or it's gonna be significantly quieter for everyone else. So actually the only person I'm jump scaring here is me. So I guess let's just go through with it. And it's this is muted. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's cool, that's fun. RIP anyone who had their volume turned up so insanely loud. But also I think I would have to be absolutely annihilating your eardrums already. Because the editing is pretty quiet, I'm pretty sure. And there still isn't enough room here. Or, no, there is, never mind. So we gotta line it up with this, not with that. And look, there's still not enough. Let's just arrange everything incorrectly and I can fix it all later. Fix it in post, as I say. That's not enough room still anyway. So, we're gonna do another smart insert. Okay, gamers? Yoink? I thought that yoink was absurdly loud. Like, why did I say that? And then there's still not enough damn room. I should have picked a different fucking sound effect, not even... Oh wait, is this even... We don't even... This is the tail end of the thing. So let's... Okay, shit's good and awesome. There's nothing in A4, which means we can delete it. Because I don't want it here at all. So Shift 4. I don't think we needed to hit Shift 4. But delete track. And then look at how nice this looks now. There's only 3 tracks. Stuff is bigger for my blind ass. Okay, so... Okay. Looks like stuff is working and stuff is awesome. Except everything's muted still. Look at me being a good editor, guys. I remember when everything's muted. I know what I'm doing. So that's cool. Loki, I wanted to stream for a while and get a ton of editing done because I'm the least productive person in the entire universe. But that took so long. That took an hour and 32 minutes. And I need to unpause the music. I forgot to do that. And there were 2 other people that were here for like 7 seconds before. I'm consuming Dr. Pepper. That's why I paused. Now I want to sit down again. If I'm actually going to be a consistent YouTuber, I need to rearrange my room so that I can actually use my desk again. Because now I'm standing here at the side of my bed and it's weird and interesting. And this is, it works. It does in fact work, but I'm just here on my feet for a while. Why did I? Oh, because this reload that happens. Let's zoom on here, because cool editor moments, you know? Because then it like emphasizes this reload that's happening, and it keeps the video a little bit more interesting than it definitely isn't. You know? If I add zooms, if I add sound effects, that makes this video tolerable, because otherwise it's not very cool and awesome. Does this editing make sense? I don't know. I edited all of this on, well, I edited like everything, but I've already gone back in my own time and fixed all of this, before we got to all this audio editing stuff. But wait, are we in the void? Have I not realized that we're in the void this entire time? That's insane. How long have we been in the void? When did I go in the void? Because I don't remember. Literally, when did I go to the void? Okay, so was that before or after the pipe falling sound effect? Because that was a good bit, gamers. it wasn't, but I actually just played a very loud sound effect in my ear holes for no reason because no one heard it. They didn't even hear it super quietly.
My fucking controller is making like reload sounds and shit. Can I like turn that off?
And so those two people that joined for like 7 seconds came here to me in the void, just a stupid little sock puppet yapping about nothing, and left because the music wasn't even on either. So that's awesome.
Turn that off?
Love that that happened. Oh, but this album's almost over. I love this song. There's some lyrics in this that are really cool. But damn, I fully was yapping, not paying attention to any of these songs that appear. Like Egg is a banger. I love Fly. I like singing this song. This one's cool. I think I had other stuff that I didn't say about that earlier because I like singing Joe. I like singing Phineas. At least I can confidently, although it is delusional confidence, but I can confidently sing those artists. It's comfortable for me.
Can I like turn that off?
Because usually when I'm singing along to stuff, it's not good, and I'm like in the moment, I'm like, this probably sounds horrible, and I don't know what I'm doing. But when I'm singing along to people like Joe or Phineas or Harry Styles, they got fairly deep voices.
My fucking controller.
I don't know if I have a deep voice. When I'm playing that character, I have a deep voice, right? Look at this.
I suppose.
And we're also going to EQ it. Eventually, this is what it's going to sound like, guys.
I suppose.
Not true. Sorry. That was scary. Not really, but
My fucking controller is making
it'll be more precise than that. But it'll be a little bit deeper.
Making like reload sounds and shit. Can I like turn that off?
Which part of me is like, do I EQ characters? Because I'm actually such a narcissist that I'm like, well, maybe not. Because there are people who aren't that rich and famous and they get recognized in public and they do like events and things, I guess. But when I get rich and famous, what if I have to do the characters and the voices and whatnot with zero EQing? So I'm like, I think I just have to lock in and become the characters.
Can I like turn that off? I don't know.
I'm just gonna cut here. Even though I cut like halfway into a word far too many times. Like I'll do a little jump cut as sort of a joke.
Maybe. Oh wait, that might just be people talking.
Oh, but then there's this because this is kind of a jump cut
Oh
because
wait, that might just be people
they
talking.
die and then I just cut to me talking. And so not cutting here kind of makes that joke funnier. Right? But I don't know.
Can I like
People
turn
could
this
click
off?
off in between this and that jump cut. I guess that's just something I'm gonna have to live with, you know?
Oh wait, that might.
I don't care about audience retention that much because I'm not trying to retain all the damn flakers, you know? This is my big community versus audience theory thing. Yeah, audience retention, you shouldn't pay too much attention to because then you're retaining all the people that are too much of a casual viewer,
That might just be people
you
talking
know?
to me. Or
Like, what am I saying? Like you gotta build a community, you know? You gotta infiltrate a community and then infiltrate someone's subconscious, you know? Their mind.
oh wait, that might just be people talking to me. Or just being in chat.
And so that's what I'm doing here. Not actually, I'm being sarcastic here, but what am I saying? Hang on. But
Or just being in chat. Because when you don't have headphones,
I don't remember what I was saying.
Chat comes
Like
through
actually,
the
and I'm giving up on
controller,
it.
even though there's also a mic on the controller, which seems like wouldn't be a good idea. But I don't know, I've never been on the other end of it, so it seems like there isn't too much of a problem. But we're still in the buy phase. I thought we were running already. And we're defenders. But it doesn't even matter, because
This seems too choppy because I did just cut to the audio when I was last editing on stream because I'm an idiot.
This
So I could probably make
they're
it
just here to kill everyone.
less that way. Actually, let's do that because it shouldn't be too hard because we're in the buying phase here. So
When you don't
let's
have headphones plugged in, for some reason, chat comes through the
fix it.
controller, even though there's also a mic on the controller, which seems like wouldn't be a good idea.
Okay, so we gotta insert more stuff. Hang on. Metal pipe falling. And then,
Which seems like
did we need to insert stuff? Probably not. I literally just want to save like 1 or 2 frames from this.
wouldn't be,
Wait, what? That didn't even fix anything. Hang on. Because
which seems like wouldn't
what effect is on this? Oh, never mind. That makes sense.
which seems like wouldn't be a good
Why did it disappear? Dude, DaVinci Resolve is so broken
which seems like
sometimes.
wouldn't be a good idea. But I don't know, I've never been on the other end of it.
Maybe we just keep the cut then. Because it's like almost not a cut.
Which seems like wouldn't be a good idea. But I don't know, I've never been on the other.
And let's do it here instead. So yoink, and then yoink, and then um, and then over here we do this, and hopefully that sounds better than the before times.
Wouldn't be a good idea. But I don't know, I've never been on the other end of it. So
I guess we could put a little bit more of a pause so I seem like a
wouldn't be a good
human.
idea. But
I
I
almost
don't
just
know, I've
said
never
human, but
I don't know, I've never been on the other end of it. So
I
it
don't know.
seems like there isn't too much of a problem. And we're still in the buy phase. I thought we were running already. And we're defenders. But it doesn't even matter because this team just plays
Let's add a zoom
defenders.
because I'm a YouTuber or whatever, you know? Maybe I'm tired. I don't know if I consider that.
And we're still in the buy phase. I thought we were running already. And we're defenders. But it doesn't even matter because this team just plays. They're just here to kill everyone. Fuck, that person just died. And I'm assuming they might have an assault rifle or something, so I'm not gonna try to kill them. Oh my god, wait.
I remember this happening. Not actually, I remember editing it when I was editing this. It actually kind of sucks. This goes way back to talking to Crone and Starry Peaches, which I do remember as a different name. Is Starry Peaches? Oh, never mind. That makes sense. Hang on. I think Starry Peaches is Monty in the. I was gonna say Discord, but also probably real life. That seems like a real life name, right? I don't know, but yes, epic chatter moments. We were talking about editing
Oh my
being
god,
hard and difficult if you have ADHD, which is why I'm such a good editor because I don't have ADHD. But this video really, and the thing is, I don't even like these kinds of games. I just thought it would be funny because Fortnite is CS:GO now.
Oh fuck, there's still people left. I didn't think there was.
Um,
For some reason I thought those were the only
and then
two.
I wasn't even that entertaining during the video,
Because I'm gonna die. Wait, low
you
key,
know?
and they already planted the fucking thing?
But does
Oh
this
my
even
god,
lend
it's all
itself
over.
to
They fucking
being funny and goofy and whatnot? The music is too loud for me to be editing at the same time. And I think it might just be too loud. Why is it? Oh, I don't know. Some songs are just louder than others. Like this one and other stuff. Dude, Roams is coming up. I fucking love Roams. They're so good. And the thing is, I found them around the time that Tron Ares was coming out because like the trailer dropped, and then I was like, oh, I just found this band called Roams, and these two things are relevant. Trust me, because Roams so easily could do a Tron soundtrack, which I've said several times before. I'm pretty sure. But it's true, they're just so good. And people say they sound kind of like Nine Inch Nails, but also, I don't know, they just have that Tron vibe. The like instrumentation, the synths and whatnot. It just sounds similar. So if anyone wants to um bring Tron back from the dead, because Tron Ares kind of tried to do something, but it sucked so bad. Um, and then something. What am I saying?
Oh my god, it's all over.
Oh yeah, if you ever want to do that, bring Tron as a franchise back from the dead because Tron Ares killed the franchise. And then if you want to do it like cool and awesome and not bad, not with Jared Leto this time, then hit up Rome's for the soundtrack because it would be sick nasty, dude.
Wait, load time. They already planned the fucking thing? Oh
And
my
granted, the soundtrack for Tron Ares actually wasn't too bad.
god, it's all.
It was pretty good.
Is it a A?
Um,
They fucking planned it
pretty
as
much
A now.
everything else about the movie though,
Yep.
not the greatest.
Damn it, I was feeling.
And then we got Explosion, which means I don't care about anything else that happens before that because if it's bad editing, if people are getting bored, then you jump scare them with an explosion. That's the joke here. Kinda. It's like the jump cut thing from before, you know? You gotta stretch out that patience as much as it can,
Damn it, I was feeling
and then you
so
jump
bad
scare
as
them.
I realized
You do
I
a funny
was
little
recording.
thing. What is this for? Is this just... Wait, did I already fix it up until here and then I went back to do the audio random jump scare stuff? I think that's what this marker's for. I think I've been here before.
Damn it, I was feeling so
Granted,
bad
I made like
because I
one or two
had
fixes
already planted the thing and we were
between
screwed.
this marker and the audio stuff back here, but I don't know. But it was mostly good, so I guess let's actually just do the rest of everything and make it cool and awesome. Not actually the rest of everything, because I like have stuff to do in the morning, kinda. So I don't want to. I probably should go to sleep like now,
Already planted the thing and
but it shouldn't take too much longer to do all this, which it will because I'm gonna be yapping. And let's put the marker back because literally, how much? So we're at basically 25 minutes. What if we go all the way over here? Let's just click. 29 minutes. Okay, so it's pretty standard, like 4 or 5 minutes. I've already edited video, so I'm just fixing shit. Okay. So we should be able to finish this lickety split. And then this stream would be like maybe 2.5 hours long or something like that. So that's cool. One or more person can appear for like a second.
had already planted the thing.
You know, we could be productive here and do stuff.
Already planted the thing and we were screwed and we had no chance. But guess I'll do a little bit of an emote. Damn, I'd be getting notifications, Look at it.
Why did I keep the? I say far too much. I probably said it in this stream like 57 times.
Had already planted the thing and we were screwed and we had no chance.
Probably not 57, but
guess I'll do a little bit of an emote. Damn, I'd be getting notifications. Look at a reward.
I guess I could. The song being there is part of the joke, so maybe I'd turn up the volume slightly. I like this song. Even though it kind of reminds me of Darksiders 3 because I had added this song to my Spotify playlist, or this whole album actually, because that's when it came out, when I was playing Darksiders 3. Which is very unfortunate because Darksiders 3 is my least favorite game of all time. It sucks, and I played it for so long. I played so many hours of that game. And it amounted to nothing because I was like, I need to finish this game. I need to beat the Crucible and just see what happens. The curiosity is killing me. I can't not know what happens. And I also need to edit at the same time of doing this.
Bit of an emote.
So I needed to know what happens, and so I kept starting new games. I think I was on my third game because you can do like New Game Plus and you keep all your stuff and you can keep leveling up and things. So I had beat the game twice. Did I, or was I just? That sounds wrong, but I think that might be true. Maybe not. I don't know. It doesn't sound right, so maybe I was actually just starting my second run of the game. Um, but I've honestly I've blanked it out from my memory because I don't want to remember that. That game sucks. But I was like, I need to know. Even the Crucible in that game is so difficult simply because it doesn't work properly. Like it is not made properly. It doesn't it's difficult because it's broken and it sucks. And so that's annoying. And then the thing that really sucks is I spent all this time getting to either my second or third game and and then I just broke the game. Because I like paused and quit the game during a cutscene because um at the very beginning this guy's like he, um he like tests you. He spawns a bunch of guys and you're like, "Oh, time to kill all these guys, video game style." And then turns out none of them actually try to kill you and he was like, "Oh, that was a test and you failed." And so halfway through that cutscene I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that that was a test. I wonder what happens if you actually don't even try to kill anyone." And so I paused and I quit the game because I was like, "Oh, I it probably hasn't saved yet, and I'll be able to see what happens, you know? If I watch the cutscene before that, and then the guys spawn, and then I don't kill anyone, and it'll be awesome." And then what happened when I restarted the game? It played the cutscene, and 0 guys spawn. And the trigger for the next cutscene happening is you killing a certain amount of guys. And so I couldn't do that because none of them spawned, which means I'm just stuck there forever, for all eternity. I can watch the cutscene before the guys spawn, but then I'm just sort of there in an empty little arena.
Hey, might be getting notifications.
So yeah, that game's it's really not good. Would not recommend it, but I would in fact recommend my 2 favorite games of all time, Darksiders 1 and 2. You know?
Hey, might be getting notifications. Look at a reward. That's cool. I definitely care about that. I'm not even gonna get any of the rewards. I already got all the cool stuff.
I don't care about anything I'm saying here, actually.
Now let's just wait for the new things to arrive. You know? Even though there's gonna be a little.
What am I saying? I might actually need to turn the music down a little bit, which is all right because VOD watchers can't hear it.
Hopefully. I'm
Hopefully.
not gonna get any of the rewards. I already got all the cool stuff. Now let's just wait for the new things to arrive. You know? Even though there's gonna be a little dot thing there on passes and on my little level thing that's gonna tell me for all eternity. And it won't go away. Ever. The magic of editing type shit. So did we win 2 rounds that?
Yeah, this is Rome's. Hell yeah. Another day. Bro was eating that microphone. Okay, dude. 2 Shots of Patron by Sophie Hunter? Let's fucking go. I love Sophie Hunter. And Sophie Hunter is one of those artists that I can brag about finding before they were cool, like way before they were cool, because I found her on TikTok back in like 2020 or 2021. And I don't think she had that much music at the time. And then literally that was also there. Hang on. Chandler, Friends with the Plug. She's also in that song. And then she did that. And then she started releasing more and more music and all sorts of stuff. But I was like, I found her because I loved her TikToks that she made doing, that's actually how she's in this song because there was a what's it called? Like a verse challenge when people are like, do your verse of this song. Open verse challenge. That's what it is. It's an open verse. Um, yeah, she does a lot of those. I don't know if she does that still,
Hey, might be getting
but she did.
notifications. Look at a reward.
I don't use TikTok very much, even though I use Instagram like it's my
Hey, might be
full-time
getting
job. But
notifications. Look at a reward. Bit of an emote. Hey, might be getting notifications. Look at a reward.
did I just say I might be getting notifications? That's what. Hang on.
Hey, might be getting notifications. Look
What the hell was I even yapping about, dude? Like, no one knows what that means, my guy.
at a reward.
Not even me.
That's cool.
And this was, I guess this was a month ago at this point, but.
That's cool. I definitely care about that. I'm not even gonna.
And then I think I'm gonna cut out this whole thing.
Now let's just wait for the new things to arrive. You know? Even
Just skip over to when I say the magic of editing type shit.
the magic of editing type shit. So we won. Did we win 2 rounds that time? Or just 1? Okay, so we're at 24. So we're like halfway. Let's go. So like. Type shit. So we won. Did we win 2 rounds that time? Or just 1? No, rounds that time.
I'm splicing the audio. I don't care. I can do whatever I want. It's my YouTube channel. Because then we can zoom here.
Or just 1?
Yoink. And then we zoom. And then I'm bringing back this thing. Even though it's probably overwhelming to look at when people appear in stream. When there's lines and there's all sorts of shit. DaVinci Resolve just is scary to look at, honestly.
Or just 1? Okay, so we're
Any
24.
software is if you don't know what's going on.
So like.
Hang on, I had to pause to scratch my eyeball for a second. What am I doing here? Oh, I think. Yoink. This was the wrong thing. But I'm adding an edit, a fun little
Okay, so we're at
text
24.
thing.
So we're like halfway. Let's go. So like.
Because I said let's go, but then I'm like, what do you mean let's go, dude? 24 out of 50 and edited this video is 25 minutes long currently. Wait, watch this. We're gonna do a legendary edit. This is actually gonna be funny. Okay, let's just. Oh, I guess we can just do this and then keep the zoom. Right?
Halfway. Let's go. So like.
Look at me being a good editor, being efficient and whatnot. Because we can do this, and then we're gonna absolutely crunchitize this. Crunchitize me, Captain. Wrong button. What am I looking for? JPEG damage. Nope. JPEG damage. There it is. It's like it. I used to say posterize, but every time I hear people say it, they say posterize, which makes more sense, I think, probably. I had never heard it out loud. I just sort of saw it playing Dreams PS4. So we can sort of posterize, I don't know. Probably posterize. Nope, that's export. Wrong tab. I don't want to be exporting this. So then we can add a bunch of detail over here, which I think you can do somewhere else. There's like a sharpen thing over here, probably. I don't know. What else can we do? I guess let's go back over. No. Let's go back over to the color tab because we can do detail, we can do contrast, and then saturation, and then some red gain, maybe? Just regular? I don't fucking know what I'm doing, dude. I just sort of adjust sliders until something kind of looks alright. Right? It could be I don't know. Highlights? Sometimes stuff seems to do almost the same thing. Like adjusting the gain and adjusting the highlights is kind of the same thing. And then usually I'll adjust contrast and then I'll lower shadows and then increase highlights, which is the exact same thing. Well, is it? Pretty much. I don't know. Does contrast affect midtones more? I don't know anything about color theory or color correcting, so who knows? Um, so this is crunchy, kinda. And then I think there's other stuff that I usually do when I'm making stuff like crunchy and bad looking, but I don't remember what it is. I mean, there's audio stuff. Let's go to the audio stuff. Um, if I can see, look, I just remember what DaVinci Resolve looks like because you can't see that this is audio because ChromePunk's username um and chat is in front of it. But I just know DaVinci, you know? And here's distortion. I don't know how to speak properly, but and then look, I got a little preset already. Big funny haha YouTuber, which is it's just a square wave, all the way leveled up, all the way dry and wet, a little bit less volume. Probably should be more than that, but minus 2.3, and then it's super crunchy. Probably too crunchy. Hang on. I've started not doing 100% wet on that.
Okay, so we're at 24, so we're like halfway. Let's go.
Okay, well now there's not enough.
Let's go. Let's go. So like
Okay. Epic editing moments. We are doing it, gamers. And then we copy over
no.
this guy. Was that exactly where it needs to be? No? What is happening? Oh, it probably... What the fuck am I doing? Visuals. Remove this. And then... Watch this, gamers. It took me so long to realize this way of doing text editing type stuff, but like... I used to add a bunch of cuts, like... Basically, the edit I'm going for is... Hang on. It's gonna be like lined up. It's gonna be like,
Let's go.
let's go.
Let's go.
When I say it, and then I used to do it this way, where it would be two separate things. You would delete the audio or the text, and then a lot of the time you have to move it around if it's like if we did this horizontally, and then we did let's go. As you see, I added that, and the whole thing moved. And then you delete stuff and whatnot. And so shit just gets really complicated and lame when you do that. And I remember my Dishonored videos. I don't remember if it was the first or the second one. Did I do more than that? Maybe. There was so much text editing, and that was in my previous editor. And it took a long time to do it that way. So there was just so much text, and it might have been moving. It wasn't moving. But it was just a bunch of text happening at once. But what am I doing? But now I'm a genius, and you set up all the words at once. Let's add a second enter, and then do line spacing, which is a little bit more precise. And then let's stretch this guy out. Weird thing to say out of context, but that's what we're doing here. A little bit less on the line spacing. And then we can still do this and stuff, but to prevent shit from moving, if we're deleting, and we can't just delete the text in this scenario, but I'm a creature of habit, I guess, which isn't true, but I don't know, this is the sort of standardized thing that I do now, but you can crop it. Look at this. If I crop the bottom, now that go is missing and it's gone, and then it appears in the second one because there's no cropping there. So epic editing moments. Who knows? Maybe there's an even quicker way to do that, and I'm actually a complete idiot for not knowing it. But I was doing it so insanely inefficiently before, so maybe that's cool. So now that we've emphasized I'm saying let's go and there's only 24, we can have a funny visual here, which I'm gonna have to find later on my own in my own free time. But we will, in fact. What am I trying to say? I'm gonna say text, and also there's gonna be a visual with that text, but I don't know what the text is gonna be. So I'm saying let's go, but this. How long was this? The raw video file. I guess we can go through File Explorer, which is horrifying. YouTube's no, hang on. I need to go into the void because I think I've been adding stuff that might be incriminating. Not actually like incriminating. I just mean there might be my face or like weird shit in these files because that's why File Explorer is my second greatest fear. First one being display capture. What am I looking for? For edit CSGO, I guess I have, never mind. This is an hour 45-minute recording. That's so cool. I love that that happened. Let's go back to display capture and 2 shots of Patron, dude. Let's fucking go. This song is so good. Not song. What am I doing? I'm just typing shit that I'm saying on accident. Oh wait, this isn't gonna fit all on one thing. Oh, it is. Okay. And then we'll do some sort of like tired visual thing. Let's make a note here for myself. Tired visual thing.
So like 4 more matches at least? There's no chance. We've done like 2 or 3 maybe. And it's been 50 minutes. I guess this isn't that hard to edit because it's pretty boring until it's not. And also we have to cut out all this nonsense with the loading and whatnot. So it should be good. Fortnite Ballistic, is that the
We're doing another jump cut. I don't need to be saying random stupid shit. I also wasn't paying attention, but I don't know. I'm gonna go back because
there's no chance. We've done like 2.
I'm always like, I'll fix it later, fix it in post, and then I'm like, oh wait, we're done with post. I've edited the whole video and now I need to upload it. Because like I don't go all the way through the whole thing very often. I only do it like not once or twice. I do it like twice. I don't know. I guess I'm going back and forth a lot, and that's kind of just how I edit.
2 or 3 maybe. It's been 50 minutes. I guess this isn't that hard to edit because
It's been 50 minutes in this? Bro, I cut out 25 minutes so far. That's crazy. Maybe not. Because there's like loading screens and stuff, but
we have to cut out all
damn, dude. Maybe I am a legendary editor. Oh, you know why? Because I like a dumbass, but maybe this ended up being kind of cool. And the video is going to be slightly more entertaining. But I edited to the audio, which made me seem not human.
Is that the same person I was just playing with?
And stuff's just happening, and it's very choppy and scary.
And their mic is on. I don't think they know that they have a mic. What is this? How does you can't hear others and your mic is muted? Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay.
Oh yeah, this part wasn't funny.
I can't emote with this person. Is this person
Forgot about that.
person I was just with, and they're shooting me because I sucked at the game or something? Oh, I think they were trying to hug me there. Fuck, that was all copyrighted music, dude. There's an option to turn off just all the copyrighted music in settings, but I had to do that funny joke earlier. You know, I really like the fire grenade, but that guy already took it actually. This could be useful. The overdrive. The mine.
Look at that. When you edit to the audio, you include a bunch of ums on accident.
This could be useful. The overdrive, the mine could be absolutely insane. I'm gonna go with the mine. Did I hit that right at the last second, or was it just because everyone selected something?
I'm gonna put the Nemo clip here.
The mine could be absolutely insane. I'm gonna go with the mine.
So I'm saying the mine could be absolutely insane. I'm gonna go with the mine, and so I'm going to. Do I have it? Watch this. I'm gonna search Nemo because this is how I edit videos, and this is how I organize. That's something different. Okay. So let's just put this here to remind myself to find that little Nemo clip of the seagulls. You know, they were saying mine. Nope. Nemo. Nemo mine. You know?
Did I hit
Find the
that
Nemo
right at the
mine
last
clip
second?
where he accidentally steps on a claymore and dies.
Did I hit that right at the last second, or was it just because everyone selected something? Because if I did, I'm glad I clicked it, because then it would have just, if I didn't, it would have just gave me something random, which wouldn't have been good at all. Maybe, I don't know.
This is horrible commentary. This is what I'm saying. This is why I keep calling this video horrible and it's not fun to edit because I'm not saying a single thing whatsoever.
Maybe, I don't know. I guess all the things are, let me enunciate for a second. What the heck?
Literally, what was I saying?
All the things are, I don't think there's anything, let me enunciate for a second. What the hell? I don't think there's anything that's bad, necessarily, right? And we're defenders, so we just gotta absolutely annihilate all these people. Let's be as aggressive as the last team was.
Oh, you know what could be? You know what could be funny?
Necessarily, right? And we're defenders, so we just.
When I said right here, let me. I need to add an orange marker here. I need to go back to. There was a point in this video where I added a funny little clip of me throwing a crate, not a crate, but like a wall thing. What does this sound here? Oh, it's a vine boom. Let's go.
We're at 22. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, that makes sense. That's funny. Epic editing moments. I mean, you can't really tell what's going on in that edit, but it's funny for me. Stupid game. I don't know what I'm supposed to put there. Is it this? Nope, that's Timothy Chalamet as a guitar. I don't. That looks like the pipe falling sound effect. What the hell am I looking for? Because there's a part where I made fun of myself because I'm an idiot, and I need to go back to that and reference it again. You know, rule of thirds type shit. I don't remember where that was. Was this before or after? Who knows? I think it's before. I think it's way before, actually. Or maybe not, because I feel like at the very beginning of the video, we're sort of, oops, at the, Jesus Christ, that's so bright. What is this marker for? Marker 4? I don't know, dude. Nothing makes sense to me. Oh, wait, this is it. Oh, this is before the, that's what this marker's for. It's for the clip before I slowed it down and made a funny little joke out of it, but I don't. I want it to be the same, like, slowed down, stupid clip that I made. I don't want it to edit the clip. So let's go forward and find it again. Okay. So I believe there's like sound effects and all sorts of stuff going on where it is, so it should be pretty easy to find. Even though I didn't find it coming all the way back here, so. Oh, it's this right here. Okay. How did I miss this? What the hell? And this is how you used it?
We're attackers.
And that's the clip, gamers. So we kind of need all of this. So let's just hit copy. And then go back to our little marker that we added. And then watch this, gamers. If you hit ripple on, I can just paste it here and it'll hopefully not break anything. Here's what we're going to do. It's going to be really funny and awesome. Because we're going to do this. I'm fixing this. Nope. Going over here. And then Control Alt L. Nope. Control or Alt Shift L. Fuck, what is this supposed to be? Control Shift L. So not what I was doing. I mean, I tried to learn the shortcut and I just couldn't, okay? I'm just not good at shortcuts, but you should learn shortcuts whenever you can, because that's good and awesome. Let's fucking do 300% speed. Oops, hang on. Let's do it here so that it is the same amount of time. Wait, I'm slightly confused because it was super slowed down and then um I don't know. And then 300. What did I break? Why is it not actually speeding up? Oh no, it is. It's just that we have this sound effect here. Um okay, so god damn it. So I just want to so actually just I don't want a ripple timeline then. Oh, because I used this, I clicked set instead of um the other thing. Okay. So then this was all so unnecessary and I'm just doing random bullshit. Okay, so let's do 300 and then we can just cut it at a certain point. Yoink. And then now we can set this to I don't know, 300 I guess as well. Fuck, I didn't know it was going to do that. Okay, so then what am I doing at all? 300? Why is it so rippling the timeline? What the hell, dude? Leave me alone. Let's do pitch correction, otherwise it's going to be scary. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was lame and stupid. That's awesome. That's cool.
Necessarily, right? And we're defenders, so we just gotta absolutely annihilate all these people. Let's be as aggressive as the last team was. And these guys are too as well. I don't know why I turned the fucking corner entirely without... We were...
Yeah, I aggressively died there. That's cool.
at one of the points already. So
Just consuming some more Dr. Pepper. Cream soda.
This person's aim isn't true, but I believe in them.
Why am I acting like I'm being paid by Dr. Pepper? Like,
that's alright, that's okay.
What the hell? I need to go back and actually edit. Hang on.
We're defenders, so we just gotta absolutely annihilate all these people. Let's be as aggressive as the last team was.
Maybe I do include... I make fun of myself for aggressively dying here. How do we do this that isn't cringe? Can we just do a fade little text and be like aggressively dying? We could do that. That's kind of funny. And also, am I spelling this properly? Oh, wait. Hang on. Watch this, watch this. I don't have to be like, I aggressively died. It's funnier if we do the little asterisks aggressively dies. No, it was normal. It was good where it was at.
And these guys are too as well. I don't know why I turned the fucking...
Let's move it a little bit further, honestly. Maybe I spliced the audio further along. Usually I'm moving it to the left to make myself seem cool and awesome. But maybe just for the sake of people perceiving this funny joke, it would be better to move it to the right.
I don't know why I turned the fucking corner entirely without... We were at one of the points already, so this person's aim isn't true, but I believe in them.
Okay. This could be cool and awesome, and this audio could just be closer together anyway. So let's start moving it all to the right.
Two as well.
Oh wait, we don't need to do it a ton actually. Because we need the text to start appearing so that people can see this joke and then I start talking over the text happening. So that way it's not like, oh, there's text appearing and you have to listen to whatever the hell I'm saying. And also whatever.
I don't know why I turned the
You know?
corner entirely without
Epic gamer moments. And this isn't based on anything. This is just vibes. I'm like, that seems like it makes sense, right?
This person's aim isn't true, but I believe in them.
I don't want to try to make 5,000 jokes at the same time.
That's okay.
Or not even jokes. I don't know. I want the video to be simple and understandable.
I should have had that in the bag. What happened there? It kind of lagged for me. I don't know if that was because their internet also sucks. I don't mean they had it in the bag like they were going to save us, but they could have killed that guy they were shooting. But I don't know if I really have anywhere to speak when it comes to killing guys that you're shooting. Okay. And we're defending.
Like, why was this here? I just said, okay. Oh, I forgot I had this on, which sometimes is kind of helpful, especially for that. So maybe I'll just leave it on for now.
Killing guys that you're shooting. And we're defending, so we should go to one of the things. Probably should have gone to the other one, but it's all right. What's going on?
Just realized I talked about overstimulating stuff, and then I'm currently editing. There's technically a second voice of mine here, even though it is like really quiet. And there's music that's playing that's kind of loud. At least it's loud for me. I keep forgetting it's not for stream. So this isn't overstimulating for anyone other than me. Maybe. And VOD watchers don't get music. They just get me and then very much quieter me editing. I remember this. I was mashing the X button every time I went over that, and I was really trying to do something there. And then it looks embarrassing when you're looking at it from this perspective, but I
It's all right.
was moving as fast as I could, okay?
It's all right. What's going on? Is there someone behind me?
I thought I was being an epic gamer.
Someone got pinged somewhere. Fuck me. Someone just... I fucking hit jump. Okay, that's cool.
Damn. And I don't think I expected them to be that aggressive either. I think this is fine to just leave unedited.
That's something I'm bad at with Fortnite, but also the game...
Or rather, unedited the second time, because it's already edited, just kind of poorly.
Game taught me not to be that quick, because it's not... Epic Games doesn't care about game feel the most, I would say. So, like, in Battle Royale, like, switching weapons... The game taught me not to be that quick, because it's not... Epic Games doesn't care about... The game taught me not to be that quick, because it's not... Epic Games doesn't care about game feel the most, I would say. So, like, in Battle Royale, like, switching weapons and switching between building and shit, sometimes it's really... So, like, in Battle Royale...
I think people understand how conversations work. They don't need...
The most, I would say. In Battle Royale, like, switching weapons and...
They don't need me to... What? They don't need me to say so like and lots of things. I think I am getting tired, but we're almost to the point where I've edited to.
Like, finicky. So, I went from playing Fortnite to some other game where you actually can press a bunch of buttons and stuff, and, like, the game will do what you want it to. And I wasn't doing the greatest because I was, like, waiting for the game to... What the fuck happened?
And I don't think I ever go back to that. But, not that anyone can hear it because it's probably too quiet, but I was saying Epic Games, they don't care about game feel, and Fortnite is very finicky, and it's not good because there's so many times where you click buttons and shit and it doesn't work. Like trying to switch, I don't know how people do it, but they almost shoot their shotgun and build a wall at the exact same time. And every time I try to do that, it entirely fucking breaks and I die. Cause like I'll shoot, I'll hit circle, hit the wall button, and then it doesn't do anything, and then I die. Because most of the time it like throws my brain off. And then I think I'm in build mode and I'm not, like I hit circle too many times or something, and then
How did that get me? That was so
um
far away. I guess that's
I don't know what's happening. And then I fucking die. What is even happening here, dude? I don't even know. Like, why would anyone be there? I didn't know
Where
they.
did they plant the device? Did the game tell us that
Yeah,
they
like
planted
I'm
the
a
device? I feel
defender,
like it
and then
probably did, right?
it's
Okay,
because they were so damn aggressive that I was like, I almost forgot that there were objectives and things we were supposed to be doing.
okay, this is not looking good for us. 0 to
So I
3.
was just running
Solve all my
around, sort
stuff
of,
though, so I
and
don't
then I
really
thought
care.
I heard
Solve all
footsteps or
my stuff
something, and
though,
that's
so
why
I
I
don't
was
really
staying
care.
where I
Well, I
was
do
at.
care that we're losing, but I don't know.
Oh, is this it? We've done it. We made it to where I edited, but also I'm gonna go back a little bit because
And I
I'm
wasn't
truly
doing
just
the
running
greatest
around and saying nothing and doing nothing. So
game will do what you want it to. And I wasn't doing the greatest because I was like waiting for the game to. What the fuck happened?
it says 2 players left and device planted. Like, bro, go somewhere, do something. And 2 players left because this other player's right. Oh wait, no, that was a person. And they flashed me.
How did that get me? That was so far away. I guess that's accurate, maybe?
Someone flashed me. Okay, let's just fast forward this until we lose. Because round lost.
Where did they plant the device? Yeah, what did they do?
Um yeah, because I'm truly I think stuff is happening because load time and then oh I guess it already happened. Or did it? Yes. Okay. So let's speed this up. Um Ripple timeline fucking 1000, dude. Let's go. And then here, let's just do this. No, let's do this. Wait. Maybe we go to titles. We go do favorites. And then fade on, dude. Shout out fade on. I use this all the time. Did this, it went 1 frame. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What am I saying? Um, the one thing about fade on is it's so fucking wide. Like you need to adjust the tracking so much. I didn't process. I didn't process that they planted the device. And ran around like an idiot. So that's true and factual. That did in fact happen.
Where did they plant the device? Did the game tell us that they planted the device? I feel like it probably did, right?
Oh,
Okay, this is
and I
not
already
looking.
explained that I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it probably did, right? Okay, this is not looking good for us. 0 to 3. Solve all my stuff though, so I don't really care. Well, I do care that we're losing, but I don't know.
And this is it? Okay. Let's freaking go. Ending off on the same song that I was talking about last stream. But yeah, interesting band. Recommended from Instagram. They're very cool. They got interesting little masks, which is very cool. I'm interested in masks, right? Because and I'm not talking about the lesbians. Sorry, lesbians. what the hell am I saying? That wasn't even funny, dude. I'm not a lesbian, so why? I don't know. But I'm a masked individual most of the time, and so they've got cool masks that are like, maybe if we click on this, it'll show somewhere, right? It'll show here. It's like it's like beads and jewelry and shit that's sort of just there on their face is, and it's really cool. So yeah, interesting stuff. Was Mahal the? I don't think it was the first one. I think Orb was literally the first song I heard, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was this. I don't remember, but I think it was a clip of this video potentially. I mean, that's 12 million. Holy shit! I don't even know if I realized that. That's kind of crazy. 657 monthly audience. Yeah, I guess I could brag about listening to Mahal or Glass Beams before they were cool because I guess I wasn't there in 2021, I don't think, but I was there before this EP. I don't know, but they uploaded a clip of one of these to Instagram. I was there before the full live performance of this though, because I remember when they uploaded that. I think anyway. Um, yeah, cool band. Fully, there's instrumentation here, and I'm now realizing I'm pretty sure Mahal is the first one because this like has vocals slightly. And I remember the video, they're like all playing their little instruments and stuff. And it's very cool. And then once in a while they lean in to do the little vocalization that happens in that song. So yeah, that's very cool, very interesting. Go follow Mahal, I guess. And I'm going to I'm going to be ending stream, and now I can't see that little rectangle because I moved OBS slightly down earlier. But yeah, that rectangle is green. I like to see that. It's actually a square. I don't know why I'm calling it a rectangle. Dropped frames? What does that mean? I think that's bad, but that's just sort of what tends to happen when you got middle of nowhere internet like me. So yeah, I'm gonna end stream soon and then leave. And the song's almost over, so I'm actually just gonna say farewell and goodbye. Um, hopefully I gave Crone weird dreams. And um and I don't know, sweet dreams to anyone else who is watching this VOD. Maybe this is your actual sleep podcast, kinda, because I guess it's sort of like a podcast. Like actually, if you're watching a VOD. So yeah, good luck gamers with all your ventures and whatnot. And farewell. And I'm so much more tired than I think I am. It's crazy. I can kind of feel it. So I'm honestly just gonna start putting shit away now. Like my phone that I have chat on as well as my own stream because I'm a narcissist. Um yeah, I'm turning that off, tossing it over to the other side of my bed. Oh, I like this song. I don't I have like a visualizer thing, not by the artist for some reason. I guess not for, it's because when I was making this playlist at first, I didn't know what I was doing at all. And so I couldn't find the song, and so I just added this. So that's cringe. Isn't that one girl? Literally it is. That's crazy, right? I don't know what this is from, but that's that one lady. What's her name? Um, I don't remember, but wait, is that lady? It looks like Peyton List from, I know her from School Spirits. And also I have, wait, is that the right person? I think so. I've got one of her songs on my playlist that I forgot about, and I was like, oh, hey, this is that one lady from that show that I watch. That's cool. And I got shout out School Spirits. New season coming out. I don't know why I take the opportunity to advertise every single thing that happens. I guess it makes sense. I'm interested in lots of things. Maybe people want to know that I really like cream soda, so I'm drinking Dr. Pepper and cream soda, and I'm gonna start watching that new season of School Spirits soon. Who knows? But I'm gonna chug the rest of this Dr. Pepper. It's not gonna be a chug. It's gonna be the ever so slight little sip that is left in this can. And then I got a little bit of water. I'm gonna consume that, and then I'm gonna lay down, watch Good Mythical Morning, and pass the fuck out. Okay? So, good night, gamers. And take care of yourself and all that. I might do a little stretch. My feet kind of hurt. So I guess laying down will help with that. Maybe I'll do a little something else as well or something. But good luck and farewell and goodbye and several other ways to say that so that